Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Danny with Down in the Valley Sports, and we got another special guest for you today. We've got UTRGV Football EDGE, Josh Cashiola, one of the newest additions out of the transfer portal, a real disruptor, a real impact player. How you doing today, Josh?
Hey, thank you. I'm doing great today. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for everything that's to come with this program for sure.
Awesome. Roy, you want to get into the rapid fire?
Yeah, Josh, thanks for coming and thanks for joining us. Before we do that, I want to play my theme song for you, which
Okay.
I think should be going after every sack. So hold on. I don't know if you know this one, but it's kind of old school, so maybe your parents know about it. So hold on, maybe see if you can listen to it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know that one?
I know that one.
Have you ever thought about it though? To be your
You know what? You might be onto something, Roy. This might be the one. It fits the theme.
dollar bills, y'all.
I
Well, I
like
wanted to
that.
surprise you with that one, man, because that's the one thing that when I saw your name, that song came out to me, and I'm a '90s baby. So if you ever can talk to the media people about after a sack of yours, if that comes on, you're gonna make me a Section 114 just represent and
I
do
got
one of
you.
those. So what do you think about it?
I love it. I love it. I think you might be onto something. That might be the one. I've been getting that nickname my whole life, so why not? You know what I'm saying? Lean into it.
Natural, man. So let's get into the rapid fire questions. So first one, and I know you're a music guy because we talked about it at the alumni game. Kendrick or Drake?
Ooh, Drake.
Ooh, he's the first one that said Drake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Drake.
Tell me why without getting anybody mad.
Okay, to be honest, I just feel like Drake has just better music to me. He has more versatility. He like every time I listen to a Drake song, even if I don't personally like the song, I still have to objectively say that's a good song because it's all good.
Mm.
You know, that's why I would say it.
So we're gonna pin you as a lover boy. Is basically what you're saying, right?
A little bit.
All right, so that's a good one. Red or green salsa? Because I know you're from Texas, so you know about the salsita. Red or green?
Gotta be green. I'm a green guy every single time. I
Really?
love
Okay.
yeah.
Good choice.
You mentioned last night that you create music. What's your favorite instrument, and what type of music are you rocking?
Yeah, so I like I've been into like a personal hobby, passion of mine is audio engineering. So I like to like
Mm,
what that really entails is just like recording people and helping other people bring their vision to life in music. So my favorite instrument, I think right now it changes like every week, but right now it's the guitar. I'm just loving how the acoustic guitar sounds. And
nice.
and yeah, and I like doing all kinds of music. I mean, it mostly lands in the R&B ish kind of slower hip hop area, but I'm really open to all types. I mean, even classical, all types of music are great to me.
Who's your favorite hip hop artist? That's a good question for me.
Ooh, Nipsey Hussle.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Nip.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, now I'm starting to track what you got. But
right.
so basically, I'm hearing since you do audio engineering is that we're going to have a remix of this song, right? Right?
Hey, maybe
Can we
maybe
get a
so.
remix of this song that you can cut up and do your thing with?
You might be honest, so I might try it. Yeah, we
All
could.
right.
We
I know
definitely
you got
could.
the mic. I know you got a setup, so I thought that
So
was pretty cool. Here's something else we kind of talked about last night: is In and Out or Whataburger.
Whataburger every time. I
Thank
was
you.
away from it for too long in California. I couldn't wait to get back and hit Whataburger. I got sick of it out.
Okay, I'm gonna quiz you to make sure. So, what's your go-to order?
I like the basic, like the number three, just like the double meat Whataburger, like the basic one. But also the patty melt, you can't go wrong. You can't go
Okay,
wrong.
see,
He
that's a
knows.
serious fella right there. He
Oh
knew
yeah.
exactly what he wanted.
Oh yeah.
I'm a grilled onions, bacon, three patties, cheese type of cat
Oh yeah.
myself. So, and Big Back Mafia, right? So I'm gonna eat that
Right.
bad boy up, eat half of it, right, and then I'll eat the rest of it later. So
Oh
that's the
yeah.
way I do it.
Bet
Next one, I'm a
move.
big basketball fan. And I know that you have no game for what I hear. I was told you have no game, but
Probably right.
Lakers, or whoever.
Ooh, whoever. I'm gonna take Rockets. Rockets is my
Okay.
team. Hey, hometown team, you know what I'm saying? Grew up on the James Harden mania, so that yeah, definitely
I'm
Rockets guy.
sorry. I'm sorry. He left you guys, didn't
He did.
he? Along with eight other teams.
Right,
Hey,
right.
but they
So
got they
he's a
got KD
habitual
now.
believer.
Yeah, we got KD now. I think we're on the come up now. I think we got a
Yeah.
shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the coach. I like the coach. So I'm big on that. Um, what do you rock with before football games? What kind of music are you messing with, other than Nipsey?
Ooh, okay, all right. So I'm specifically big on having no pregame routine, no set pregame routine, because the thought process behind it is if I have a pregame routine, then I'm tying my performance to something external, and I want everything to
Mm.
be within myself. So it could be anything, whatever comes on the playlist. I'm like choosing to make it the right song. You know what I mean?
See, okay, you and Danny are going to get along because that intellectuality you just hit me with over my head, right? And just getting deep into it. That so I
Right.
like that, but it's definitely over my head when it comes to that. But
Right.
man, that's pretty cool. So no music because you think it may or may not control your mentality. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, or just whatever
Ooh,
music comes on is the perfect music for me. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
ah,
yeah, right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Danny, have you heard that before?
I have never heard that before, but I really do like it. I'm impressed by it because that's life, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you got to take on whatever comes at you, and whatever song comes on, you got to rock with it. So
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
legit.
Yeah. Yeah,
That is
sir.
legit, and I've seen a
Sir.
lot of shows ask about that too, and I've never heard that answer. So that's dope. Well, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up some highlights of you, my man.
I
Right.
bet.
So we're gonna pull up some highlights. I want you to kind of talk us through what you feel is your biggest strength. Ooh, man. Right. And then
Yeah.
what part of your game do you take most pride in?
Yeah, so I think my biggest strength as a player is probably just straightforwardly like I think it's being versatile and being able to make plays different ways, but then honestly like pass rushing. I mean the name of the game I think as an edge like is pass rush. You have to do other things well, but it's like if you could pass rush, that's what they're getting paid for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the strength of my game overall. But really like in a more general sense, like I touched on this a little bit before the show, but playing hard, like just playing with effort and playing like tenaciously running to the ball, like I think those things are can be a lost art in football sometimes, and I think that kind of possessing that is something I pride myself in on as a player.
Was that the Dwight Freeney step? That one step, the outside move you did? Right? Is that who? Do you know, Danny, that move where you kind of hop into a step? Who made that popular? I know that's a popular move.
So that move, I personally model my game. There's this player. He's not the most known player. His name is Yannick Ngakwe, and
Ah,
he was on the Jacksonville Jaguars when they were really good, when they were beating the Texans when I was growing up. And they had this guy, and he was I don't know about 230, 240, and he was the
hmm,
littlest guy out there, but he had this jump cross chop move, and it's called
yeah.
and he was killing. He took the NFL by storm, and I noticed it when I was a kid before I ever even played edge. And when I kind of
What?
yeah, when I got older, I came back to try to study guys who were closer to my size, closer to my build, and I found myself watching him a lot and learning a lot from him. That's where I got it from.
Wow, that's crazy. And has anybody ever recognized that step and asked you about it?
Yeah, yeah. As time's going on, it's been dependent. I know my coaches here are aware of it. They like it. They're a fan of it. But
Okay.
some coaches have never heard of it, never seen it, and then some are like, oh, they love it. But I think everybody loves it once it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to be a donkey on the floor getting pushed with the tackle right
Right.
mid hop, and you're like, "Ee, that didn't work so well."
Right.
That's cool because I noticed it and I didn't know who it was, but I know it was in the NFL and it's not commonly used. So I look forward to seeing that on
Yes, sir.
Saturdays at the Vac. And I don't think we have any
Yes, sir.
Thursday or Friday games set up, but Saturday, I'll be looking for that. So I'm
Yes,
going to pass it
sir.
back to you, Danny.
Nah, I like it. It's all energy transfer, converting, speed to power. I don't know if you study the sciences. I have as an engineer, but like,
Mm.
it's incredible to watch on film. You got a little bull rush in you too. So even if you're not doing that little hop step or you're okay with like extending that arm, getting leverage, and pushing back that left tackle into the quarterback.
Yeah, I had a teammate, and because I wasn't good at it when I first started playing Edge, because I didn't play Edge till I was 20 years old. So when I
Ooh.
first came, I was soft. I was just trying to run around everybody. But I had a teammate who told me if you do the bull rush right, it feels like just pushing butter. I mean, it doesn't hurt, it doesn't feel bad, it
Mm.
just moves smoothly. And then I tried,
Leverage.
yeah, leverage. Once I started to look for that kind of sweet spot, then I got a lot more comfortable with it, if that makes sense. And so this past kind of year, in the end of 2024, I started to get like, okay, I can do that. Like it's not that bad.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
got great hands too. I noticed that in the tape that you're able to use your hands to get these guys off of you. And I know I've seen a lot of tape on people that are edge rushers that do a lot of boxing, right? They do a
Yeah,
lot of mitt work, right?
yeah,
And I think you can tell either you've done that or somebody coached you up to have good hands. So that's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, that's actually a great observation. My first ever sport was boxing in second grade.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, you're making me sound like I know what I'm talking about, man.
Right, right.
But I did notice that. Well, I think I told you my father was a coach, right? So
Mhm,
he was a defensive tackle coach. So I
mhm.
remember him versing his players on the handwork, stick
Yeah.
and shuck or whatever it's called. And I
Mhm.
was a little kid just watching
Right.
future NFL player Joe Salavea that
Mm.
played for my dad at Oceanside,
Mhm.
California. He was a 6'5" defensive end, but he was
Mhm.
like 215 at the
Yeah.
time, and he was a
Yeah.
sophomore. And I remember just
Mhm.
watching that stuff. So boxing translates, man. So
It
all you
does.
edge rushers out there, as Josh said, he was a boxer first. So one, he's got good hands, and two, if you see him on the streets, don't mess with my boy, right? Because
Right.
he's got some hands on him, right? So you
Right.
can give him that two-piece special. Is that what Dave Diaz said, or something, or Masvidal said? So I'll
Somebody
pass it
said
back
it.
to Danny.
This is a good segue into your background. So
Mhm.
for the people of the Rio Grande Valley that want to support you, love on you, and root for you,
Mhm.
tell them a little bit more about your background or your story. Where you're from, how you grew up, how you got into football, and what's important to you today.
All right, yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. So a little bit about my background, kind of a unique story with football specifically. Football was my favorite sport since I was a little kid, but my mom didn't let me play till high school.
Mm,
So, playing in high school, I played safety or nickel the whole time I was in high school as a DB. I wasn't really an edge defender like that. I mean, here and there I'd line up there, but it wasn't my thing at all, especially not pass rushing or being in the trenches like that. So when I got to college, I went my first university was University of San Diego, good program. But they recruited me to play safety, and
mm.
so I got to college as a 185-pound free safety,
Dang.
and a year later I hit a crazy growth spurt. Ended up moving positions a couple times. Eventually found myself going to JUCO, and then I got there the first week of JUCO, and my first ever time playing edge was actually in the game.
Whoa.
So yeah, yeah. So I had kind of a unique story with that, and but as soon as I played edge, that was probably the first time because I didn't grow up like great at sports necessarily. Like I was okay, I was a
Mm.
good athlete, I was fast or whatever, but I didn't have like you wouldn't look at my high school film and go like, oh, like I don't think so. So my first ever time feeling like I was the best player on the field or like being dominant in any sport was when I was like already an adult, already doing all that. So that was kind of what it is. But I think that football is kind of in my lineage and genetics. My dad played at Stephen F. Austin. He was a really good player.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you know
yeah.
SFA.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. Yeah, my dad
Okay.
went there. Yeah, he was a completely different kind of athlete than me. He was like a shorter running back,
Mm.
skill type player, and I was the opposite.
Mm.
But I think
What's Pop's name? Shout out to your pops. What's your pop's name?
oh yeah, Jamarian White, Jamarian. Yep.
Okay, good to
Yeah,
know.
and
Good to know.
but yeah, I think he raised me up kind of playing the skill positions because thinking that I would play what he played,
Mm.
and I think that translates positively to now like my quickness and stuff like that playing edge. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Hmm.
So how about I know football is a huge part of your life right now, but
Hmm.
how about outside of football? Like, what do you enjoy? You've talked a little bit about music.
Hmm.
Um, let us into Josh Cashiola, the person.
Yeah. Outside of football, I'd say my number one passion is music and I guess art in general. Like that's definitely like I don't know, my outlet in this world is just to be creative. I love making music. I love helping other people bring their visions to life when it comes to music. That's what I would at some point in the future. That's what I would like to do is like own a studio and be an audio
Nice.
engineer with it. I think
Nice.
yeah. But I've always since for the past several years I've always been either drawing or creating some type of music or doing something like that all the time. That's really my outlet outside of football.
Do you have any like Instagram handles or anything you want to drop and shout out
I
so
don't.
people can get at you? Not yet.
I don't. I try to just put out publicly or whatever, focus on the football, but like internally, my own, because it's a comfort zone thing for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure that creativity does translate to the football field. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to come up with different moves to rush the passer and get to the running back, so I'm sure it translates. You connect the dots here and there.
Agreed.
Roy,
Agreed.
Roy, back to you.
Yeah, so my biggest thing now is kind of transitioning to why UTRGV. What stood out about UTRGV? What sold you on the vision? And what really brought you down to the valley?
Yeah, at first I wasn't sure, but when I came down here and I met everyone and I saw how things were done, it was a few things. I think one of the biggest things I wanted coming out of the portal was like, okay, I want to be somewhere where I'm just wanted and respected and whatever, and not that I wasn't before, but just that's a big thing. And I felt that intentional, like, hey, we want you here, we have a vision for you here, kind of approach when I came down here and spoke with the coaches, Coach Bush, Coach Locke, and especially my position coach, Coach Lockhart. He really stood out to me because he played the position I play in the NFL,
Hmm.
and like on like a deeper level too, like I just saw that like, okay, this is someone who's actualized on something I'm trying to get done. He's done it. He has a good family, a good life set up, so he's like healthy outside of it. And so, he's someone who looks like me. I mean, he's whatever. And it just kind of felt like,
Hmm.
okay, well, I saw something like familiar in that, and I saw something like to aspire to in that. And I was like, well, why not have that person show me how to get there if they've done it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Coach Locke, we cover daily, right? We're on it, and he's one of the coaches I don't see a lot outside, like social media wise.
Hmm.
But everybody I've spoken to has a really big respect for him.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool to have somebody like that on our staff. And I hope we can keep him because I can see a guy like that moving on and doing a lot bigger, not bigger things, but a lot different things and being
Yeah.
heavily recruited to be out there. So
Yeah.
that's cool. I wanted to ask about your visit. So, how did it go? What did you like about it? What
Uh-huh.
kind of food spots did you go to? But how was your visit when you came down to the valley?
It was awesome though. I came in. I flew in a Harlingen because it was like a quicker flight, so I could get here sooner. And we drove in here, and we drove in. And I was like, why are there palm trees everywhere? Like this place is
Yeah.
like an oasis. Like I didn't expect it at all. It caught me so off guard. Just driving in immediately the start of the visit, I was just like, wow. It really took me by surprise. They took me. Oh, I wish I could remember the name of the spot. They took me to this really good barbecue spot. I'm still learning my spots, but
Mhm.
it took me to get barbecue and of course like some tacos, some Mexican food. At some point. But on my visit, it was a lot. Kind of had like a family feel to it. Like I went to
Nice.
the facility. I met everybody. Everybody they knew who I was already. They knew I was coming. They knew kind of the vision that it wasn't just my position coach was like, hey, come here. It was like everybody was like, hey, come here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of felt that family energy immediately. And another thing I felt immediately just walking around, watching my coach interact, watching the other players like interact with people just in the community is like, wow, this place really supports football. Like this is a real football town in a lot of ways. And this stadium, this is a up and rising thing. And I'm like, well, why not go be a part of something and continue to build something that already has had so much early and great success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think what we talked a little bit about San Diego, we talked about Sacramento. So those are bigger areas with a lot more around it, and then just to have an area where, although there's a lot to do, this is the thing to do,
Right,
right? And
right.
the support of the area, and Edinburgh itself. I mean, Danny's from there; he knows the history of it. It's only going to get better, man, and I'm excited for that. I wanted to talk about the stadium that we have in the background. What are your thoughts on it? You saw it empty, right?
Yeah,
And you'll definitely hear me in section 114 when the season starts. So
right.
when I hear that cash rules everything around me, I want to see you pointing up to 114 to your
I
boy.
got you. I got you.
But yeah, that would be a good one. But what do you think about the stadium, man? What stood out about the stadium?
Man, it's big. And well, what stood out the most is like, okay, because there's places with big stadiums, but there's not a lot of places that already have the first couple of games sold out. And
Oh,
that's
it's
what
sold
stood
out.
out. I was like,
7,000
oh,
on the waiting list, my boy.
crazy. And I was like, okay, like that's when it really started to click to me. Like this is not just another stadium that just is whatever. Like there's energy in here, and you could see by the pictures and videos. I'm watching like the highlights, and I'm hearing the crowd roaring. I'm like, man, this is
Mhm.
gonna be special. And then when I walked on that field, I saw, I kind of saw how it looked, how it felt. It just felt like home. It felt right. You know what I'm saying? I really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unique. Danny's been to a lot of stadiums himself, but just the way the suites are elevated,
Hmm.
and that's a cool aspect. And then the bar in the background where I spend a lot of my money and a lot of my time at. So
Right.
during warmups, you'll see me back there. So when you're out there, I want to see that. But yeah, the cool bar under the scoreboard and the seats back there. totally unique. And I've been to
Yeah.
multiple stadiums, whether it be college, UCLA, Texas. I've been to a lot. It's different, man.
Hmm.
It's different. So we're excited about that. Danny, you want to add anything else about the experience down here?
No, it's just like one big party. The party starts at the tailgate early in the day and
Right.
continues inside the Vac. Yeah, and to your point about the energy and support, man, it's been a long time coming. We've been talking about a football team back when my grandparents were growing up.
Mm.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's been a long time coming. I'm glad we have it. We were starved for it, and it just the stars aligned.
Yeah.
You didn't used to have stuff like the transfer portal. You didn't used to have stuff like NIL.
Yeah.
We talked with the city of Edinburgh mayor. That's how important it is. Our mayor and our local government are all bought into this, right?
Yeah.
And they talked about the evolution of that location and that stadium. Like it's all really come together,
Hmm.
and it also warms my heart that you have enjoyed and maybe fallen in love with the town and the region
Yeah.
because I'm born there, from there. It still holds a close place in my heart. So that's really cool to hear, man.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. It is.
Cool. Well, I'll go ahead and finish it with our solid question that we do to all of our guests, right? So
Okay.
we're going to ask you, who would you like to see on the show,
Hmm.
right? But the person you say, you have to get him or her on the show with us and help us with that. So remember,
Cool.
who do you want to see the fan base to see on the show? And
Hmm.
then number two, you have to throw some of those the clout out there, right, to get them on the show. What are you thinking?
Okay, I think my pick is gonna be Jamarcus Anderson. I'm not sure if y'all had him
Oh,
yet.
okay.
The reason I'm saying him is he's a younger player. He's really talented. He's a good player. I think he's a leader on the team for sure at a young age, which is rare to see. So I really think that we're gonna see a lot of great things from him going forward. And yeah, I'll definitely I'll get him right. I'll get him up on here for sure.
So it's pretty cool to see that Jamarcus is one of the leaders as a young player because that's
Hmm.
you need those guys. You need your
Yeah,
your top end talent to be leaders. You need your younger guys aren't usually leaders like that. So we would love to
right.
talk to Jamarcus. If you're watching, if when you're watching, right, get at your boys and we'll get you on. So I'll
Right.
pass it back to Danny to wrap up.
Yeah, no, man, I am genuinely impressed by you, not just as a football player, but as a young man. I mean,
Thank
your
you.
story, your endurance, to persevere, overcome adversity, your evolution, as a football player, the personal aspect of your life. Not a lot of you don't run into a lot of young people that have, that sort of delayed gratification. You've gone from one school to another, and now you're here, and
Hmm.
they're gonna make a significant impact not just on the football team but on our community. So thank you so much for
Absolutely.
joining the channel, being on our show, just chopping it up with us a little bit to talk football and about yourself. But until next time, appreciate you, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe, and V's up.
Peace up.
Cash rules, baby.